Channel 1 Sports and the Florida High School Activities Association presents the 1998 Florida Basketball State Championships. Tonight, it's the Class 5A final between the Mainland Buccaneers and the Godby Cougars from the Lakeland Center here in Lakeland, Florida. And hello, everybody. I'm Steve Berry along with Roland Cummings, Roland, head basketball coach of Union County. And, Coach, tonight promises to be a great game. Coach Art Witter's trying to do something nobody's ever done before.
Art is in a position to win a state championship in football to go along with the ones he's already run in, could go win one in basketball to go along with the ones he's already won in football, and that'll put him in select company.
Absolutely. Now, Godby and Mainland both got here by shooting from the outside. Both have some great shooting teams, but defense will win this one.
Defense is obviously going to be the barometer which will measure all great teams by regardless of the sport. And the team that comes out tonight does the best job on the boards is probably going to win this thing.
All right, we'll have the starting lineups in just a moment.
We'll meet the Mainland Buccaneers first. They are the visitors tonight. Their record is 25-6. This is their 7th appearance in a championship game. We'll start with number 23, Cornelius James. Number 20, Isaac Duncan. Number 24, Brian Robinson. Number 25, John Radford. Number 35, Naeem Eggleston. Number 40, Jason Riley. And number 50, Rufus Williams. And now let's meet the Daytona Beach Mainland starting lineup. At guard, a 5'11" senior, number 12, Chase Tremont. At guard, a 6' senior, number 10, Alvin Hawthorne. At guard, a 6'4" junior, number 32, Tony Bobbitt. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 33, Matt Robinson. And at center, a 6'8" senior, number 45, Charlie Bertaland. The Buccaneers are coached by Mr. Charles Brinkerhoff, who is in his 6th year with Daytona Beach Mainland. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet Tallahassee Godby. Godby is the home team tonight. Their record 28-6. This is their 2nd appearance in a championship game. We'll start with number 10, Terry Givens. Number 11, Jason Miles. Number 12, Chavez Dunnings. Number 15, Jerry Hale. Number 20, Jarrell Webster. Number 24, Willie Bowie. Number 32, Chris Johnson. Number 40, Damian Cosby. And number 40, Chris Dupree. And now let's meet the Cougars starting lineup. At guard, a 6' senior, number 4, Quinton Allen. At guard, a 6' senior, number 5, Delmas Farrell. At forward, a 6'1" junior, number 13, Herman Samuel. At forward, a 6'5" junior, number 33, Cordell Gibson. And at center, a 6'5" junior, number 42, DeJuan Hughes. The Cougars are coached by Mr. Art Witters, who is in his 15th year at Tallahassee Godby, his first with the basketball team. Number 10 for Godby is Tari Givens, not Terry. And now let's introduce the officials. They are Mr. Bernard Jethro, Mr. Jeff Gillespie, and Mr. Ed Gribben. All of the
Testing. There we go. All right, now we got the audio back. You haven't missed anything. It's still 0-0. Steve Berry along with Coach Roland Cummins. And, Coach, so far both these teams a little sluggish at the beginning.
Yes, you know, you got a little bit of pregame jitters here. Both teams coming out in the state championship game, and I'm sure they'll settle down.
Godby dressed in white, Mainland in blue, and inside off the glass, no good. Rebound by the Bucks. Shot was put up by Herman Samuel. Samuel, first shot of the game for the Godby Cougars, and here come the Bucks. Vermont cross zone pass, shot for three is nothing but the bottom of the bucket as Bobbitt drains the well, and Bucks lead it 3-0.
Perfect execution of the skip pass versus the zone.
Cordell Gibson brings it down. He scored a number of points in that semifinal game on Wednesday. Hands it off now to Allen. Allen going to work it to the near side over to Farrell. Farrell for three. It's off the back of the rim. No good rebound, though. Robbed down by Samuel. Godby going to work it inside. Mainland in a floating zone. Shot for three is good by number 33, Cordell Gibson. And Gibson, in that semifinal win, 68-64 over Hallandale, Gibson chunked in a very polite 18 points. Mainland trying to work it inside, knocked away there by Samuel.
It's kind of unusual both teams come out and open up in a zone. This level of play, you usually see more man-to-man defense.
Shot from the outside, no good, but the Bucks get the backdoor rebound. They'll work it around again. Inside the lane it goes now quickly to Robinson. He puts it in. It's 5-0 or 5-3 Mainland. Robinson had 15 in the semifinal game, and there's a steal now by Robinson. Robinson feeds on the give and go. Down to Tremont. Tremont behind the back pass. It doesn't fall. But James and Bobbitt combining there. Nice pass by Tremont.
I think Mainland coming out in that full court press was a little bit of surprise to Tallahassee Godby.
Alvin Hawthorne in there for the Bucks. Hawthorne will shoot two. He was in the act of shooting. Mainland leads 5-3 with 5:48 to go here in the first quarter. Shot is up and good. Interesting stat, the last time the Bucks won the state championship in 1996, they beat a Cape Coral Mariner team that was averaging 127 points a game, and that was the year after Vince Carter graduated.
I think Teddy Dupay, the recent Florida signee, was a sophomore that year.
Right,
also.
He was, and he got hurt. Not Dupay, but one of their big guys got hurt in that Mariner semifinal game. And of course, T.T. Tolliver was running the offense for Mainland back then. Godby trails 6-3. They break the pressure as Gibson goes front court down to Samuel. Samuel will work it out to the wing to Allen. Allen around the corner down to Farrell. Farrell for three. He nails it and ties the game.
That's the way you move the ball against your zone to get the good wing jump shot.
6-all your score, and here comes the tiebreaker. It spins out no good. Backdoor rebound pulled down by the Cougars. Gibson on the attack. Gibson on the near wing, the far wing, works it around the corner now to Allen, and Allen travels. Go ahead, Coach.
I think both teams have loosened up now. You're starting to get into more of a flow. The pregame jitters are gone, and I think we're going to settle in for a very good basketball game.
Mainland set to inbound. They're tied 6-6 with 5:12 to go here in the first quarter. They push it down court, 2-on-2 break. Robinson with the basketball. Robinson gives it, shot up and good.
Nobody came out and guarded him, so he took about the 10-foot jump shot from the baseline.
They go for the steal, and the Godby Cougars have a 3-on-1 break lay-in by Samuel is good. 8-8 your score. And you're right, Coach. I think they've gotten over their first quarter jitters. Tremont, bounce pass near far side over to Bobbitt. Back to Tremont for three, buries it. Chase Tremont, 13 points last week.
I tell you, I think both teams are going to have a tough time staying in that zone. The teams are really shooting the ball well.
Juwan Hughes passes it off to Allen. Allen will work it back to Hughes. Now over to Farrell for three, off the back of the rim, no good. Glass is clean like Windex by number 12, Chase Tremont. Or check that was Robinson. They go inside now to Robinson. Back outside it goes to Bobbitt. shot is no good. Rebound by the Cougars. In the lane to Samuel, off the glass, no good. Samuel gets his own rebound, puts it in.
Mainland not blocking out on the boards. You know, you hear all the time how difficult it is to block out against the zone.
Well, timeout is called with your score. Mainland 11 and Godby 10. 3:53 to go here in the first quarter. We'll be back. Well, we're back there at the Lakeland Center to score 11-10. Godby and Mainland locking up horns. The Bucks have the lead, and bringing it down is Chase Tremont. Steve Berry along with Roland Cummings here on Channel 1 Sports. Charles Brinkerhoff, the head basketball coach of Mainland, gives instructions to his point guard. Hawthorne with the basketball. Back over to Tremont. Tremont on the near wing. Tremont will back it out now. They'll set up the offense. And again, coach, they're in a zone. And that zone has been effective on some cases and not effective on the others.
Well, one of the weaknesses I see so far. Nice pass there for the dunk.
Cordell Gibson gives the Godby Cougars their lead for the first time, 12-11 on the slam dunk.
Well, the middle of the zone is wide open, and Mainland keeps exploiting that. They get the ball inside, and once you get the ball inside versus that zone, you're going to have a lot of success.
Shot is no good. Rebound by the Cougars. They're going to outlet it quickly to Samuel. Samuel lost control, lays it up in. Oh, what a nice recovery by Herman Samuel.
I'll tell you, that's an excellent pass there up court. Samuel showed great hands catching that basketball pass.
Robinson comes right back and counters. It's 14-13. Godby on top. 2:45 to go. They're heating up now. Drive, stop, pop, off the rim, no good. Backside rebound cleared by Williams. Williams will give it off to Tremont. The Bucks are on the attack and could retake the lead, but they won't on that possession as they throw it away.
I think both teams should show a little bit more patience against the zone. Both teams are taking quick shots. I think once they decide how they want to attack the zone, they'll settle in. But here early in the basketball game, both teams are kind of quick, to the trigger versus those zones.
Well, Coach Charles Brinkerhoff was just giving some instructions to his team, and in the meantime, Coach Art Witters. Let's go inside the huddle, and Coach Cummings, you are Coach Charles Brinkerhoff. What are you telling the Buccaneers in this huddle?
I'm going to tell them to keep attacking the zone the way they have been. The middle seems to be wide open, and by middle, I mean the high post. And once you flash one of your big people to the high post, he can turn and attack, and he can hit either wing for the wing jump shot, or he can dump it down low to the other post player.
Coach Brinkerhoff has a state championship. Actually, he has two of them, as they won in 1995 in Class 6A and 1996 in Class 5A. Of course, 1995 was Mr. High School Basketball Vince Carter. And in 96, he did it with T.T. Tolliver running, and I do mean running, Mariner out of the gym.
Well, you had two great athletes on those last two state championship teams with Daytona Beach, Mainland. Obviously, with Vince Carter, you got one of the best players in the country at the college level now. And T.T. Tolliver, a football signing with Clemson University, if I'm not mistaken.
Here come the Cougars on the attack. Allen with the basketball, dishes outside, and shot is no good. The Bucks will get it down, and they'll come down with 2:15 to go. Godby going to their bench, and Dupree in there.
Godby staying with the 2-3 zone. Obviously, one thing I've seen the first half that they've got to address is they're not getting back on defense.
No, they're not. Godby scores an easy layup as Allen takes it coast to coast, and they retake the lead, 16-13. They lead by 3.
I tell you, Mainland has a size advantage, but I think Godby definitely has a quickness advantage.
Well, Matt Robinson had the right execution, but the wrong foot movement as he gets called for traveling. And as you pointed out, Roland, they're trying to take it inside and take advantage of that height, but you can only take a step and a half before you shoot.
That is correct. Mainland switched to man-to-man defense and gotten away from their zone.
And Allen lollipops it in.
That doesn't seem to stop Tallahassee Godby. They're really in a good offensive rhythm right now.
18-13, Godby by 5. Bucks on the attack. Tremont setting up the offense. Passes near side to Bobbitt. Back to Tremont. Those two combined for 35 points in that 67-54 win over Hallandale. And trying to go inside, ball knocked away. 3 white jerseys in front of that pass, Roland. That's just not a good pass.
Now, what Mainland was trying to do there was overload the zone. That means running more players to one side than the defense can cover. But the pass was deflected.
On the other side, Samuel gives the Cougars a 7-point lead, 20-13 with addition from 10 feet. And Tremont calls the play. Chase Tremont, the point guard for the Bucks, on the right-hand side of your screen. With 38 seconds left, the Bucks will work for the final shot and try to cut this lead down to 5. Coach Art Witters, you see with his back to you. Tremont, near wing, cross zone pass to the far side. Inside the lane it goes now. Bobbitt gets it stolen. Outlet pass to Allen, and we got a charge. No, a travel. Oh, could have been a charge, could have been a travel.
Judgment called by the official. There was a charge on that particular play. I tell you, Steve, I'm really impressed with Tallahassee Godby's overall team speed and quickness. They really fly up and down the court.
Well, Godby is the Region 2 champion. Mainland, the Region 1 champion. They knocked off the state's #1 team, Jacksonville Wilson. Shot for 3 was no good by Tremont.
There's another
Godby trying to get a break.
There's another demonstration of that.
That's a break.
Another demonstration of that good speed we've been talking about.
Cordell Gibson broke away with that breakaway speed, slams it home, gives the Cougars a 22-13 lead after 1. It's the 5A state championship on Channel 1 Sports.
We'll see if either team makes any adjustments here to start the second quarter.
Exactly. Godby starts the second quarter with some different lineups. Shot for 3 is no good. Backdoor rebound clean by Rufus Williams. And the Bucks are coming the other way, trailing by 9. Tremont to the far wing, down to Bobbitt. Bobbitt pulls and pops and nails it from 15. Tony Bobbitt has 5. It's 22-15. Here come the Cougars on the attack. We were talking during a break about the speed of the Godby Cougars.
I tell you, I'm really impressed with it. They seem to really be gaining advantages almost every single time down the court, and they seem to be quicker to the ball. And there's been about at least 6 to 8 points scored in transition in that first quarter.
Well, Webster puts it in. Check that. Samuels puts it in. And Bobbitt has the basketball on the top side of your screen. Trying to work it inside now. Turnaround jumper is no good by Robinson, but he draws the foul.
Robinson did a nice job then of, what we call sitting down in the post and made himself available for a pass, and quick pass into the post. He turned to put it up, and he drew the foul.
Chris Dupree called for the foul, his first, team second, as you hear. Inbound pass comes to Tremont. Tremont give and go. Shot for 3 off the rim. No good by Bobbitt. And Bobbitt didn't follow his shot. If he follows his shot, he gets the rebound.
Exactly right, Steve. But that's almost a lost start. Kids going in there and doing the dirty work and rebounding nowadays.
Webster with the basketball as Godby is substituting. He pointed out they have speed. They also have depth. Tallahassee's got a lot of teams over here. You had Florida High play in the game just a few moments ago. Shot for 2 is no good by Dupree's, but the follow is by Samuels.
Well, Samuels just demonstrated that quickness we've already alluded to. See how quick he was to the ball, even though he is undersized going against the larger Mainland players.
26-15, and the Cougars get a quick steal with the quick hands. Samuels lays it in.
Here we go again, Steve. I tell you, that's got to be at least a 10-point scored in transition. Yep. The quick hands and the quick push up court.
28-15, Godby up by 13. And just as quickly as you get up by 13, you can go down. As Mr. Bobbitt exercises his rights and puts it in for 3, 28-18. Cody Bobbitt scored 22 points in the semifinal win over Hallandale. He's got 8 so far today. The far side goes Webster. Webster in the corner.
Daytona Beach
got
Mainland.
2 men on the feet. Stops and pops, tips around, and we got a foul. You were saying?
During that possession, Daytona Beach Mainland seemed to be extending their zone. I guess they feel like they need to get out, maybe try to create some turnovers and turn this tide, because Mainland's pushed that lead to 10 points now. Excuse me, Godby's pushed that lead to 10 points.
Well, the 8th player of the game checks in for Godby as Terry Givens checks in.
I take this game wears on. That depth advantage is going to begin to show. Running a lot of players in and out and not losing any effectiveness.
Tremont takes the inbound pass across the half-court line, takes it in the lane, puts it up, gets it blocked.
Here we go again, Steve, on
Allen
the transition.
on the transition, give and go, off the glass, it's blocked on the near side. Turnaround is up, and count it, and there's a foul.
So, Steve, that's a perfect example. Although they did not get the initial layup because they outnumbered them on the boards 3-2, they got the offensive putback and then a chance for the three-point play.
So DePries gets the stick back. Tremont gets the foul, his first, team first, and trying to complete the three-point play is Chris Dupree. He got the follow on the layup that was missed.
Well, he didn't take it for granted that shot was going to be made. The young man did a great job of hustling down the court, and he got rewarded with a three-point play.
9 points this quarter for the Cougars. They lead 31-18. They're up by 13. So the three-point bucket by Bobbitt is quickly erased. Into the zone they go. 4 white jerseys were there, and they get the steal on the transition again. It's Gibson. No good. We got a foul.
I tell you, this is a great game of contrasting in terms of teams because you got Mainland, the size advantage. They want to try to hammer the ball inside, and you got Tallahassee Godby want to get out on the break and get in transition and take advantage of their speed and quickness. It's going to make for an interesting game.
Foul called on number 10, Alvin Hawthorne. He'll check out. And Bertelin checks back in. Gibson shooting it right into your living room, and he makes the first one. 32-18, a 14-point lead for the Cougars. They've led by as many as 15.
I don't know what the turnover total is now, but it's got to be getting close to about 10 here in this first half.
That's got to be a turnover. It doesn't count as a turnover, it counts as a rebound, but the Cougars just got a new opportunity. Godby had already broken away, and the ball gets out of the hands of the Bucks, and Givens comes up with it. In the lane it goes, blocked away, and oh, what a block by Matt Robinson. Robinson starting to take over inside. They kick it back outside, working it around to Hawthorne. Hawthorne goes outside to Tremont. Shot is no good. Follows and gets his own rebound, gets his man in the air, dishes it out down low, and it's knocked away. Transition basket, 2 men released on the shot. And Samuels gives it off to Allen, who lays it in. And you said it, Coach.
Coach Bickerhoff has got to be upset with his overall floor balance of his team. That's got to be about the 3rd breakaway layup that Tallahassee Godby has made in the first half.
Now that's what they need to do. Robinson just turn and jump and use his height in the lane. Robinson lays it in. It's 34-20. But notice every time the Bucks take a shot, the 2 guards for Godby, Quentin Allen, Demetrius, Delmas Farrell, break immediately for the basket. They're releasing. Now they're in trouble. They break trouble to DePries.
What you had there was Tallahassee Godby switching to a 1-3-1 half-court trap. And let's see if Tallahassee Godby can penetrate this trap for a good shot. I've got a 20-second timeout. I think exactly what Coach Whitter's going to do is going to diagram a play versus this trap. Many times what a coach will do after a timeout is change his defenses. Let's see if the Mainland coach does that.
Well, let's see if Coach Art Winters, the former head football coach at Godby, calls a 43 belly win. Oh, I'm sorry, that'd be the wrong score.
Well, what he may do here is just check off at the line of scrimmage, Steve.
Well, now you're pulling double duty. You're assistant head football coach over at Union County High School, and 52 straight victories. That ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Well, we're real proud of the kids, and there's a lot of young men had a part in that streak, and unfortunately it came to an end this season, but we're trying to work towards starting a new streak at the start of this coming football season.
(34-20) your score, 3:48 to go here in the first half. Glad to have you along on Channel 1 Sports. I'm Steve Berry, along with Coach Roland Cummings.
Good coaching move by Coach Bickerhoff. He switches to man-to-man after the timeout.
Farrell with the basketball, and as you point out, Mainland in the man-to-man. Farrell shaking bank move on Tremont, dishes down low, gets the steal back, puts a shot up and in.
I'll tell you, I just can't comment on enough about the quickness, the team quickness of Tallahassee Godby.
Well, right now, Godby is playing unconscious. They're not missing any shots. Shot for 3 is off the rim, no good. High rebound brought down by DePries. Godby's shooting percentage has got to be in the 60s.
They are doing a good job of getting, making the good, easy jump shots here in this first half.
Allen with the basketball, man-to-man defense for the Bucks. Gibson out toward the timeline. Gibson loses his man, dishes off now to Farrell, who puts it up for three, no good. Backside rebound, and a foul's going to be called on number 10, Alvin Harton.
That's an excellent job
Hawthorne
by
over the
number
back.
4, Quentin Allen, of blocking out on the weak side. As coaches, we always stress how important that is. A study was done one time by, I can't remember by who, and it seems like 75% of the shots taken from one side of the basket come off on the opposite side. So it's always very, very important to get that one of your kids in weak side rebounding position.
Now, being a basketball coach, I cannot believe you don't remember who said that.
Slips my mind now. I'd like to take credit for myself, but I can't. But it's
that would be John Wooden.
Hey, that would be a good guess.
The dean of basketball. The dean of Westwood, as they called him.
Well, he did it better than anybody.
That foul was called, by the way, on number 33, Tony Bobbitt, his first team fourth. Cougars still lead 36-20 with 2.5 to go here in the first half. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound this time by Mainland as Alvin Hawthorne boxed out.
I think the switch to man has kind of thrown Godby off their rhythm. There's another steal, Steve.
You cannot throw the ball into a 1-3-1 zone. You cannot do it. It just won't work. Tremont trying to get the loose basketball. Allen finally comes down with it, but traveled. And coach, again, you cannot throw the ball when you got 4 white jerseys in the paint and you got 1 blue jersey. You do not force it to happen. And that's the one thing that Bucks are doing. They're trying to force the game inside.
Exactly, Steve. I think they need to be a little bit more patient, make a few more passes. We always hear coaches talk about making that extra pass. And I think if they'll do that, they'll have much more success against that zone. Got to be a little bit more patient.
Well, there's a timeout on the court. We'll take a break. It's 36-20. Godby on top. .229 to go. Bucks on the attack. Let's see if they do what Coach Roland Cummings said they should do, and he was saying during the break, take the air out of the ball, make them work. Tremont from the corner for 3, nails it. Well, that'll work.
Well, anytime you can get an open jump shot, you want to take advantage of it, but what will probably help Daytona Beach Mainland is to get a few ball reversals. By that we mean going from one side of the floor to the other and making the defense play defense for a longer period of time. Maybe you can create a defensive breakdown and make Mainland lose their concentration.
Farrell pulls and pops off the back of the rim, no good, off the back of the backboard, and Mainland cleans the glass. They'll outlet it front court to Farrell for the Tremont. Tremont near side, top of the key now over to Hawthorne, around the corner, loose basketball, picked up and recovered by Hawthorne. Nice recovery by Mainland. 36-23. Tremont for 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound, though, gotten by Hawthorne off the glass and in. Hawthorne, oh, man.
Hawthorne's in great rebound position there on the weak side. He took advantage of the missed shot and put it back in the basket. The Mainland kids seem to be really digging in now, picking up the intensity.
36-25, Mainland on a 5-point run. Webster will back it out, 1:10 to go. Webster, a little shake and bake move, comes far side over to Gibson. Gibson back to Webster. Webster gives off now to Farrell. Farrell back to Webster. They'll start it all over again. 55 seconds left.
Godby seems to be holding the ball. They want to get the good shot.
Samuel takes a step, misses the shot. Tremont gets the rebound. Loose ball picked up now by Dupree's. And with 37 seconds, Godby will reset their offense.
I think Godby now will hold for the last shot of the half.
31 seconds. You see the time, top right-hand side of your screen. They're going to do the picket fence and just kind of work the clock. Into the wing it goes to Farrell. Back outside to Webster. Trying to force it. Bad move, but nice recovery as Samuels comes down with it.